Welcome to Pulse 24. 3 stories shaping how builders now compete when the gap between haves and have-nots widens. Anthropic entered visual design. Microsoft just handed Azure buyers a second AI path. And valuations shifted again this week. Let us dig in. Anthropic launched Claude Design on April 17th, a new product that turns prompts into prototypes and decks. Figma stock fell 7% within hours of the announcement. What is the actual threat here?
Claude Design collapses the design-to-code handoff into one tool by reading your component library and producing on-brand outputs. If it enforces your design tokens, you evaluate whether you need that Figma seat at renewal.
Figma has had AI assists for months, but Mike Krieger, Anthropic's chief product officer, resigned from Figma's board days before this launch. What does that signal?
It signals a deliberate partnership-to-competition shift. Claude Design is the first AI-native tool that reads your design systems and your code together, not separately.
But Figma's moat is real-time collaboration. Does Claude Design threaten that?
Not directly. Figma owns multiplayer editing and the plugin ecosystem, which Claude Design ships without. Real-time collaboration is expensive to build and rare to find outside Figma.
So, if you own a design system, what is the action this week?
Run a pilot with Claude Design against your component library to generate a deck or a one-pager. Then benchmark adoption versus your Figma renewal cost.
On the revenue side, Anthropic attracted investor offers at $800 billion this week. What does an $800 billion AI company look like?
At $30 billion annualized revenue, Anthropic sits alongside enterprise infrastructure giants, not other AI labs.
That is a leap from $350 billion 2 months ago. So the offers are accelerating.
They are, and the acceleration signals that buyers see Anthropic as structural. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley are targeting October 2026 for IPO discussions at $60 billion plus valuation, which means scarcity pricing for frontier AI is real.
If you manage AI spend, what should you do now?
Benchmark your current API costs against Anthropic's expanding product bundle and lock in pricing before October, since post-IPO bundling typically reduces your switching leverage.
On the competition front, Microsoft launched 3 in-house models via Mustafa Suleyman's MAI team. The transcription model hit a 3.8% word error rate on the FLIRS benchmark, beating OpenAI's Whisper on all 25 languages. What is the play here?
Azure buyers now have a credible second AI path, which unlocks real negotiating leverage because Microsoft can walk you off OpenAI commitments with benchmark parity.
Phi models matched benchmarks too, and nobody adopted them at scale. Why is MAI different?
MAI models are available on Microsoft Foundry now, but they lack SLAs and fine-tuning APIs, which means they lack the production maturity Phi promised but failed to deliver. No published production case studies either.
So benchmark parity alone is not enough?
Not for enterprises. SLAs, fine-tuning APIs and case studies are what separate a research model from a production option.
If you procure Azure, the action is clear.
Request MAI pricing against your current OpenAI commitments and use benchmark parity to renegotiate before Q3.
A security story first. Vercel was breached after an employee granted an AI coding tool unrestricted access to Google Workspace.
The attack surface grows with each integration point because managed agents, code routines, and Claude Design all have unrestricted access until security rewrites the policy.
So the action is an immediate access review?
Yes. Audit which AI tools have which integrations now Then restrict to read only until you can enforce scope limits per tool.
We launched the website redesign using Claude Design this week at Pulse24.ai, by the way.
That is a real signal for adoption momentum if you shipped it end to end.
3 stories that show how the gap between haves and have-nots just widened on product surface, revenue scale, and model ownership. Thanks for running through the week with us, Anya. Stay curious, stay informed. See you next time.